Hello to everyone watching on land and to all His Majesty's ships at sea. I'm sorry, I just want to try that. I'm your technical critic, and this morning I'm going to be reviewing Legend of Korra Season 2, Episode 10. Oh, you remember when I smushed that orange? For those of you who don't know, the last time I did an episode this good, I crushed an orange. I feel like I could crush a grapefruit right now, or maybe even a watermelon, because this episode was so good. Just the character design and the pacing and the development and the humor, it all came together. This is what I've been waiting for an entire season. The last episode was good. This one knocked it out of the park. This was excellent. Speaking on the last episode, there was something I forgot in my previous review. Probably because I hadn't watched it for a week. But the scene between Mako and Asami, beautiful. That 80s movie is coming along perfectly. So I guess for those of you who, I don't feel like I'm spoiling it because it's been a week. And if you haven't seen it by now, go watch it, dude. So basically, Mako gets arrested, and I'm pretty sure that Asami's going to have to break him out either in the next episode or in the episode after that. And, okay, so on to this episode. So, Korra and Jinora, they enter the spirit world, and oh my gosh, I thought because it's the spirit world, this episode was going to be pretty surreal. There was some surrealism in the way that you go from scene to scene, but it wasn't overpowering. You could follow the story, and that was good. And you really get a lot of good characters, a lot of good character development. We finally get to see the spirits, not spirits from the past, but the actual spirits in an entire season that's been called Spirits. Oh, so good. The designs, excellent. We get to see Uncle Iroh again. And it's like, yay! I saw him, I'm like, Uncle Iroh! It's like seeing that old family member that you just haven't seen in forever, and you're like, I loved you in Airbender, and I totally love you in this, because you're just this perfect guidance counselor balance. So to make a long story short, I love this episode for the character design, the character development. We see Korra. Okay, here's what happens. Korra can't use her powers because she's just the spirit in the spirit realm. She doesn't have her physical self to bend. So what happens is she now has to learn how to control the spirits using her own emotions, because as the bridge between the spirit world and the real world, how she feels affects all of the spirits in the spirit world, and we get a very good scene of that. And what they did, I don't want to give away, but what they did to Korra to get her to do this spiritual growth, this is the spiritual growth that I thought we were going to have in the episodes with Juan, and they did it really well. And in the end, what you basically see is that with the power of positive thinking, you can overcome issues that otherwise would overwhelm you. You can overcome fear. You can work your way through something if you manage to keep a good attitude about it. The idea is that you can make the sun shine, and that's a pretty good lesson, I would think. Oh, and the villains finally get to be villainous. I mean, we had Unalaq. He was just kind of, mildly threatening. In this one, he is a total asshole. I'm like, if I ever find you, I will get you. He basically tries to steal somebody's soul, and he succeeds. And he basically forces Korra to open up the spirit portal, and I think it was done so well. some of the twists you just don't see the twists coming, and so good, so good, so good, so good. I have absolutely no complaints about this. Actually, I do have one complaint. This episode was too short. If you can believe that. No, seriously, like the episode, they're coming to the end. Like Korra falls out of the spirit world, and she's back in the human world. Tenden's like, what the hell happened? And then it's like, cut to credits. I'm like, what? No, it can't be over. This was. Now I have to watch. I'm hooked again. I am hooked again. I have to know what happens next. You can have a show where you have to know what happens next, but it could still be bad. This is an example of a show that's good at that right now. This episode is good at what it's doing, and you want to know what happens next. So I think that's wonderful. It's amazing how many interesting places you can fit into one half an hour show. Not even half an hour, it's like 20 minutes when you take out commercials. But all the places that they visit, they're both reminiscent for those of you who watched Airbender, and they're great for all the brand new stuff. Oh, when Gennaro was in the library and Juan shows like the last person who said that is still here, and it's like cut to the corpse. Oh, that is not what I pictured. It's like, did he kill him or did he die there? It's like, what happened? I need some information on that side story. There's so many what ifs in this episode. It's like, well, what is that story going on in the background there, or what just happened over there? It's so interesting to be like, what are this? What are this? At any rate, that's my review. It was a great episode. I hope the episodes are just as good as this. Maybe they go back into the spirit world. Maybe they'll finally pull Tenzin into the spirit world. Here's what I think is going to happen. They're going to be like, okay, listen, we need to go rescue Jinora. Let's head to the South Pole, or let's head to the North Pole, or let's get into the spirit world so that we can find Unalaq, save Jinora, close portals, do everything that we were supposed to do. And they're gonna bust Mako out of prison, and they're finally gonna convince Nanoka the South to join them. And here's what I hope. I hope that they do not go back to this dumb love triangle between Mako, Asami, and Korra. Because if they break Asami's heart again, no, I will stop watching. I don't care how good the show is. So that's been my technical critique. I will see you guys next week. Again, sorry about the late upload of the last episode. I literally uploaded it like probably 5 minutes ago. And I will see you next time. Hope you enjoyed this review.